Hello everyone and welcome to Geeks for Geeks, and welcome to a new video where we are going to solve the problem that you're seeing right now on the screen. Now, if you're new over here, let me tell you what is happening over here. So basically, we have our Discord channel. So if you have not connected to us on our Discord channel, please go and do that. The link is in the description box. So basically, what we do is I post a question or maybe two questions daily on our Discord channel, so that you guys will get a time to solve that question by yourself. So I give you some time. You can try that question by yourself. Try to write the code for that question by yourself and submit the code for that question to us, okay, via the link of the solution, okay, on Discord itself. So once students do that, so after 2 days I post the solution in which we will be having the explanation of the approach of the question. Also we will be having the code for this question, okay. So you can just go and you can just watch that video and understand my approach. See, there are times when your approach will be different from my approach, right? So you can understand both the approaches and you can see the code. And if you're not coding in Java, then basically you can also simply understand the algorithm and write the code in the language that you use specifically for writing codes, okay. So yes, so today the problem is this. This is also a string problem, okay. Also, this video is in conjunction with the crash course. So basically, I'm taking the crash course for ICC Standard 12 Semester 2 examination, and I'm covering all the topics of the all the topics that are going to come in that examination. So this question is in conjunction with that also, because we are going to have, like, we have started with string topic, and this is like, these are the questions that I would recommend to go through for the questions related to string topic, okay. Now let's start. So basically, the question over here is that we are given with two strings, okay, S and T. So the strings are S and T, and we have to either return true or false. So from here we can understand that our function that we will be defining will be of type boolean, right? Boolean. So we are going to make a function of type boolean because that's going to return true or false, right? Now, how, like, what will be the logic of returning true or false? So it will return true if S is a subsequence of T. So if we have two strings, if S is a subsequence of T, then we'll return true, otherwise false. Now let's see what is the meaning of subsequence. We have also written the meaning of subsequence below. Now, before telling you this, okay, let me first tell you about the subsequence, then I will cover the corner cases. So, a subsequence of a string is a new string that is from the original string. So, from the original string, we are creating a new string, and how we are doing that? By deleting some can be none of the characters without disrupting the relative position of the remaining characters. So here you can see we have this string as P, and if I will delete some characters from here, for example H, G and D, then I can create this subsequence ABC, right? So by deleting some characters and not changing the relative position, we can create a new substring, right? There are multiple subsequences that can be created from this string, and that is altogether a different question. We are not going in that, but I hope that you have understood what's the meaning of subsequence. So here you can see we have two examples. One is this one, right? So here we can see that yes, S is a subsequence of T. Why? Because A, B, C are in this string at T, and the positioning is also right. Basically, if I will remove H, G, this H will be removed, this G will be removed, and this D will be removed. So if I'll remove all three of these characters, then I will get a subsequence which is ABC. Now if you will see the next example, when I will check A is there, then we don't have X. C we have, but X we don't have. So this will not be a subsequence. Similarly, ACE is a subsequence of this, but AEC is not, because the relative position of E and C has been changed over here. So I hope that you have understood the meaning of subsequence, and if so, then now we'll start with the algorithm, or you can say the approach to solve this question. Okay, so if you have any approach in your mind, I would like really appreciate if you will just take a moment, pause this video and write the approach in the comment section, or if you have already solved this, please go and get the link of that solution and put it in the comment section. I'll be more than happy. For all the students who have not joined the Discord, they can share the solution via comment section of the respective videos. Okay, now let's do this. So if you will see, what we have to do is, we have this string t and we have this string s. So number one, what I'm going to do is, I will first see the base case, like when we cannot have s as a subsequence of t. For example, let's assume that we have s is equals to a, b, c, d, e, and our t is equals to x, y, z, or you can say a, b, c. Now, the first condition that you can see is that whenever the length of S is greater than the length of T, then in that case there is no possible chance that we will get a subsequence. If the length of S is greater than length of T, then there is no chance that we will get a subsequence. So from here we will just put this if condition, and we will just return false from here. Okay, so we will just return false from here, because if this condition appears, then in that case we are not going to get any subsequence. Okay, this is the first base condition, and I hope that this thing is clear. Okay, now let me just move down and I will explain there. Okay, now the next thing that we have to focus is how we can check if we have a subsequence or not. So basically what you are going to do is, you have s equal to a, b, c, and then you have t is equals to a, g, b, h and c. Okay, let's assume these are the two strings. Okay, for now. Now, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to iterate over this. This is our bigger, obviously, always we will be having f smaller than t, then only we will be getting the subsequence. So, we are going to iterate over this string t. Okay, we are going to iterate over this string t. We are going to have a for loop and iterate over this string t. Iterate over string t. Okay, and how I'm going to iterate from 0 to len minus 1. Okay, 0 to len, you can say 0 to len and not including the last index. Okay, I'm going to iterate like this, and I will be having another variable which will be named as j, and I will start it from 0. Basically this variable will work for this string. So what we are going to do is, see, whenever we want to have subsequence, this first letter, first, like my small work is what I have to search for this a. As soon as I will get a in this t, then I can move to the next character and start searching for b. And because we are searching for a subsequence, it is quite obvious that b will occur after a, right? B will always occur after a. Okay, so then we are going to search for b, and once we have found b, then we can move to c. So basically this is something that we are going to do using j. So every time when we found a character, we will increase the value of j. So basically what is going to happen is, we are going to iterate over t, and every time we are going to check if we will be doing like this, t dot caret I is equals to s dot caret j. If this is the condition at any point of time, then what you can say is that, okay, we have got a, we have got the character, now we have to check for another character. So in this case what you're going to do is, you are just going to increase the value of j. That's how basically you're going to iterate over this. Now let me just dry run this so that you will understand. See, when you will have j is equals to 0, and you will start iterating over this t. So basically what will happen, let me just create a t over here, a, g, b, h, c, and this is our s, this is our t, right? And then we will be having a s, a, b, c. Okay, this will move with the help of j. So this is the 0th index, this is the first index, this is the second index. So initially j will be 0, and initially our I will also be 0. Okay, so what we are going to do is we are going to check if t dot character I caret I equal to s dot caret j. So these two characters are matching. So what we are going to do is we are going to increase the value of j. Now j is pointing towards b, this b. Okay, and the value of j is 1. And similarly, we are basically we are iterating over this t. So the value of I will be increasing after each iteration. So the value of I is now 1. We are going to check if t dot caret I is equals to s dot caret j. So is b equal g? No, it is not. So we are not going to come in this line. We are not going to increase j. So now i's value is 2. Right, now you are going to check if t dot caret I, which is b, equals to s dot caret j, which is again b. So are these two equal? Yes, they are equal. So what we are going to do is we are again going to increase the value of j. So now j value is 2, right, and I value will basically change to 3. Now again we are going to check c and h. No, they are not matching. So I value will increase to this, and again we are going to check this and this. Okay, so while we will be checking this and this, so they are equal, j value will increase. Now j's value will be 3. Now when we will be writing the code, when we will be writing the for loop, then in that loop we are going to we will be having this condition I should be less than n. Also we are going to have another condition by putting n, that is j is less than m, considering m is the length of s and n is the length of t for now. Okay, so we have to check if this string is over. If the subsequence is over, then we don't need to iterate the further t. For example, let's assume that here we'll be having t, g, h, t, n, f. So we don't need to iterate over these characters because we have already found our subsequence, right? So we are going to have this sort of condition in our for loop. I hope that this thing is clear. Now I hope that you have already understood the approach to solve this question. Now let's move to the coding part. Let me quickly write the code for this. And also if you will have any problem, I'm here to help you on the Discord channel. So what you can do is you can connect to me on Discord channel and I'll be more than happy to take your doubts over there. Okay, so let's just first create two strings. So I will create two strings in the main function. String no string s is equals to abc. Okay, and another string will be string t equal to a g b h c. Okay, cool. So these are the two strings that we want. Now let me create a function that will return a boolean value like true or false according to the logic that we have, that if we do have a subsequence or we don't have a subsequence. So let me write the function public static boolean. The type will be boolean because it will be returning boolean, and let me name it as subsequence. Okay, you can give any name to your function. Now let me write the variables because it will accept few values. So string s and string t. Okay, I'm giving the same name, you can change also. Okay, now here I will create two variables. Int n is equals to s dot length. Okay, n will store the length of s, and int m t dot length. Okay, now here the first thing is to check is that if the length of s is greater than the length of t, then in that case there is no way that we can get a subsequence, right? So we will write that condition first. If our n is greater than m, then in that case you just return false. Just simply return false because there is no way that we are going to get any subsequence, right? Else what we have to do is, else we have to iterate over our string t. So I will write a for loop over here for int I equals 0, and it will go till I less than m, right? And another condition that I told you that we are going to add over here is that j should be less than n. Now I have not initialized j. Let me also initialize j I plus plus. Let me write a j over here. Int j equal to 0 initially. The reason behind this I have already explained that, so no worries for that, right? So here we'll have a if condition to check if the character will match or not. So we are going to do s dot char at, so s dot char at j, because s is with j, equals t dot char at I, right? So once we have found the character, uh, then what we are going to do is we are just going to increase the value of j, right? J plus plus. Cool. So this is the way by which we are going to traverse our S, and we are going to check if all the characters are present in T or not. Now after we are done with this, then what we have to do is we have to just return if we have found a subsequence or not. Now I have not explained that, so basically let me write the code first and then I'm going to explain. If our j is equal to n, then in that case I have to return true. Else I have to return false. Now let me explain the logic behind this. So if I have traversed the whole our subsequence, and once I have traversed, so because of this j plus plus, the last value of j will be the length of s, right? Not length minus 1, length of s. So if we have got the value as same as the length, then that means that we have traversed our whole s. And if we have traversed our whole s, that means that we have found the subsequence in T. Okay, you can just dry run the example so that you can understand what I'm trying to say. Okay, now let me just call this function subsequence, and here I'm going to pass s comma t. Okay, and also this. Now I'll just quickly run and I will explain the last condition in a while. Just have some patience. Let me just run this and let's see what's the output. Also I will run the same thing for second output. Okay, true, we are getting true in the output. Let me just copy this and let me also call it for another value, paste it, and let me change the string s. Let me keep it like this. I'll keep this string the same. I will keep t as same. Okay, and I will change the value of s. Now my s, let me just make it s1. S1 is axc, right? And here I'm going to pass x s1. Okay, now if I'll run, I will, like, for the first system.out.println I'll get true. For the second one I will get false. That's what I believe. Okay, true and false, so that's correct. Now let me just quickly explain you the last condition. So as you know that when I explained this, I told you that once we have found the subsequence, like once we have traversed, the value of j will be equal to the length of s, so that is n. Okay, so if this is equal to this, then that means that we have found our whole subsequence. Even if we have not found the second last element, then also the value will be 2, and 2 is not equals to 3, right? M will store the length. So that's how I wrote the condition for that. Okay, so I hope that this thing is clear, and stay tuned for the next question. And for the next question you have to connect to me on our Discord channel, and I hope all the best for your exams, board examinations, and I'll see you next time. Till then, take care, keep coding, keep practicing, keep learning. Even if you have any doubts, ask me on Discord. Okay, also please like the video if you like this question and understood the explanation, and please subscribe to our channel and share the video with your friends so that you can also help them. Okay, I'll see you next time. Bye bye everyone.